Hi everyone. Today's workout is going to be based solely on working on our core, so you won't have to be standing during this video at all. So make sure you grab your mat if you don't have comfortable floors, or a towel, whatever you need to make yourself comfortable. As always, you'll notice I'm not wearing shoes, but of course you can. I just hate shoes. So we're gonna start out just by jumping right in. If you'd like to get a little warm, take a quick walk around the house, do some knee lifts, bring your arms across the body, things like that. You can always feel free to check out one of my warm-up videos as well. But we're gonna go ahead and get started to keep this video nice and short for you guys. So we're gonna start out with a simple exercise that we do a lot. That way it will help us get a little bit warmed up. So we're gonna lower ourselves on down and raise those arms up ahead. From here, we're gonna take those arms all the way up, followed by our torso, reach down towards those toes, and then slowly lower back down. So this is a nice controlled movement. You'll notice I'm keeping my heels on the floor the entire time. Now, if you need a little bit of help, say this is your first time doing these, you can swing yourself up just a little bit. Just make sure that whenever you're lowering down, that you're really trying to keep those heels glued to the floor. Really helps to focus on your breathing through this. Exhaling on your way up, inhaling as you relax on your way down. If you'd like a bit of an extra challenge today, bring one leg in. So only do this if you can keep both heels on the floor the entire time. Then you can move on to this next step. If not, keep both legs out straight. Great job, guys. We're gonna do just a few more. I'd like you to go ahead and do 3 more at your own pace. Take your time. Remember, you can always pause me and catch up. Or if you finish before me, you can always take a short little rest. All right, and once you're finished, take a quick little stretch up. Hopefully you're starting to feel that core work. And we are going to bring our legs up into a 90-degree angle, and our hands are going to come by our ears. So we're going to do a mixture between toe taps, tapping one foot down at a time, and bicycles, bringing one elbow towards the other knee. So we're going to take one foot down towards the ground as the other one comes towards the elbow. And switch. So it's just a bit of a shorter bicycle. Go ahead and begin with me. If you need to, if this is a bit too confusing, you can always feel free to just do normal bicycles. But this helps us slow it down a bit and really focus on what we're doing, which is always important because it helps us keep our core nice and strong. While we're doing this, try to keep that belly button pulled down towards the floor, placing your spine against the floor. Great job, guys. Make sure you're breathing. A lot of times during core work, we forget to breathe. So you want to make sure that you actually are doing that. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and drop those legs down for just a moment. You can always grab a drink of water at any time. And we will go ahead and keep going. So we're going to stay in that laying down position. This time our arms are going to come directly out to our sides in a T shape. And we're going to bring those legs right back to the same position we had them. Now this one isn't really that important that you keep them at 90 degrees, you just want them bent. So we're going to do what are called tick-tocks. You're going to go side to side, trying to keep those shoulders glued to the floor. Now you can stay here, or if you'd like, we can add just a bit of a challenge. And whenever you come down to the side, hold it for just a moment, extend that top leg forward, and bring it back in. So this isn't too much of a challenge. but it does make you stop and hold this position, really working the obliques. So if you're looking to amp it up just a tiny bit, feel free to try this. If you're like, no way, Jose, just stick with those normal TikToks, trying to keep those shoulders glued to the floor, and don't let those legs fall all the way to the ground. Just a few more. Got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and rest. Hopefully you're really starting to feel that core working. Alrighty, we are going to swing ourselves on up into a seated position. Now, if you have a bad lower back, right now is a moment where if you have one of those small Pilates balls, you can rest it behind your lower back, but you should be okay for this one. We're not going to be doing anything too long right here, so hopefully everybody will be just fine. So we're going to start out with our arms forward, and we're going to take our arms and touch back, leaning backwards, and then swooping up, sitting up as tall as we can. So we're going back towards the back, following with our eyes, swooping all the way up. Great job, everyone. You'll notice that I never try to do things too quickly, because honestly, speed isn't really your friend when it comes to some of these core exercises, because whenever you get going too quickly, you're not really focusing on what you're doing. And we really want to focus on every move we're making, thinking about what our muscles are doing. Whew. Even my arms are starting to feel this one. Got 3, 2, and 1. We are going to stay here in the same position. Last one here. So if you need a rest, kind of extend those legs out, lengthen out that body nice and long if you need to. I know sometimes this can be kind of hard on our hip flexors, which is why we do these exercises, to strengthen them. So we're going to come back to that same position, and this time our hands are going to go by our ears. Similar to what we were just doing earlier while laying on the ground, we're going to take our opposite elbow to opposite knee, raise it up, and extend that leg up and down. So we're going to the elbow, extend up, and down. Nice slow movements. You can always kind of make this more fluid, but I think it's kind of helpful to just stop at each point. Really ups the difficulty, and if this is a bit difficult for you, you can always just do side to side. You don't have to add that leg extension. Just a couple more. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead. Rest for just a moment. Grab your drink of water if you need to. And we are going to lay on our sides. Alrighty. So we're laying down. Head is in your hand, or you can even rest it on the ground if you like. Hand is going to come right by your ear. Sorry guys, we're working the obliques pretty hard today. Your bottom leg is going to just be bent to support yourself, and that top leg is just going to be out. All you're going to do is try to crunch that leg towards the elbow and really feel that pinch in between your ribs and your hip. Just kind of leaning into that, coming back down. So squeezing in and down. Make sure you're looking towards that leg and really pulling it in as high as you can. It's perfectly okay if you're just going here, not even really getting that leg up. Perfectly fine. Still working the same muscles, Still helping you get stronger. Modifying is never a bad thing, it's just keeping you safe. Let's do 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead, switch to the other side. Same thing, bottom leg supporting you, bottom arm supporting you, hand by the ear, never behind the head or the neck. And we're going to do that same movement, squeeze and down. So it's really important to actually try to squeeze that side. Don't just be raising and lowering. So you see here, this kind of looks the same, but here I'm really squeezing in on that side to actually feel my core engage. That's how we're actually going to get something to happen here and how we're going to get our core to be stronger. Nice job, guys. We've got just a few more. That's 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and roll on over to your stomachs, and we're going to come into a tabletop position. Shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. We're going to do some bird dogs. That's just where you stick one arm out, opposite leg, up, hold, and come down. So we're just raising, setting it back down. So these are really important because whenever we work our core, we also always want to work a little bit of our lower back to kind of even them out. Additionally, I want you guys to focus on pulling that belly button in towards the spine, keeping a nice flat back. And then surprise, you're still working your core. This is also a really helpful move to work on your balance. Great job, guys. We're almost there. We've got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, shake out those wrists. And we've got one last move we're going to do today. We're going to go into a plank. Now, if you have weak wrists or like weak elbows and it hurts you to do a plank, you can always go down onto those forearms, and that's just fine. So we're going to go into that plank position, tucking those toes under, keeping the bottom low. We're going to take one leg, squeeze it in towards that elbow, and bring it back. So before we squeeze it in, we're going to raise it up, then squeeze it in, and bring it down. So raise it up, squeeze it in, up, squeeze, and down. This helps us work a little bit of our lower back, your glutes, and those abs. And heck, even some arms too. We've got just a couple more. Try to finish out strong. Got 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and just drop to those knees, and let's push back into a child's pose. Resting that forehead towards the floor. Let's shoot that chest forward, dropping thighs down. Let your gaze go forward. Go ahead and press back, have a seat on your bottom. You can cross your legs. We'll take one hand to the opposite knee and twist towards the back of the room. And releasing some of that tension we built up in our obliques today. And switch to the other side. Come back to center, rest one hand on the floor, bring that other arm up and over. And switch. Come back to center, raise those arms all the way up, inhaling, and exhale as you bring them in and down. Give yourselves a hand. You did awesome today. I hope you enjoyed today's core workout and that you return for more. See you guys later.